Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Sometimes in battle what you really need is some heavy damn firepower, and as far as classes go, nothing comes close in this regard to the support class. Today we're going to go over how to set this class up and how best to use it in matches. Also, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Let's get into it. Okay guys, Fun Guy here with the support guide. First thing we're going to do is go into our class selection and sort out what we want to set our class as. So as you can see here, we've got the specialization here for your class. Now you can choose the engineer. I'd recommend that one if you're going to be a tank passenger a lot. Otherwise, pick the machine gunner. You get the bullet storm trait that increases suppression, and you also get the focused fire trait, which allows you to spot enemies that you suppress. And this is unbelievably handy, and I really recommend you choose that one. Now we go on to the weapon. Now I'm gonna pick the Bren gun here, and then we're just gonna go through the specializations. As you can see, there's quite a few guns to choose from at this point. So we're gonna pick the Bren gun. Look at that beastie. Isn't he glorious? There's also the Lewis gun. I'd recommend taking one of those two as the light machine gun if you're new to the support class, as these have a low recoil when you're stood up. The MG42, the MG34 rather, and a few other medium machine guns offer a great rate of fire. However, you do have to have the bipod deployed to make them effective. So to start with, use a light machine gun. That way if you get caught out in the open, you can still effectively return fire at enemies that you may find. So now we have the specializations. I'm just going to reset them here, and because this is a light machine gun, I'm going to pick a couple of traits that are going to help me to fire more accurately on the move. So we've just reduced our horizontal recoil, and we're going to pick the second one as reducing vertical recoil. Okay, anytime now. There we go. So now we've got the switch weapon 15% faster and aim faster after sprinting. And the final perk is to increase accuracy with the bipod deployed, a very important one for later when you're defending. Pistols, it really is your personal preference. Many people obviously like to go with the revolver for the power, but me personally, I like a little bit more rate of fire, so I go with the 1911. Out of the three choices you get of grenade here, I think the incendiary is the best. And then once again, the gadget really depends on the situation. I think most of the time the 80 grenade pistol would be best. Sometimes if you're going to be spending a lot of time in a building, you might want the anti-personnel mine. If you're going to be facing a lot of vehicles, then obviously you might pick the anti-tank mines. Now, one of the often overlooked abilities of the support class is the ability to build fortifications twice as quick as any other soldier. So as you can see, I'm pretty much just pumping out these bits of barbed wire here really quick. I'm going to run and do some sandbags. They're even quicker. As you can see, it just took 2 animations there to build that. Now this is really important because obviously the other soldiers, it takes them twice as long, and some of the bigger fortification pieces can take 6 or sometimes even 8 to 10 animations to build them. So if you're that support soldier and there's big fortifications to be built and you're defending, go ahead and do them. The other obvious advantage is you get the ability to build stationary weapons like this, and also the Pak 40 anti-tank gun. Now, we talked earlier about suppression, and now we're going to go over it a little bit more. So as you can see, I can't really see the enemies here, but as you can see there, suppression bonuses are popping up, which means I'm marking enemy soldiers for my teammates. Once again, I've spotted a guy here crawling behind a car. Quick spray with bullets spots him, and the guys in that area are able to finish him off. This is unbelievably handy, as one, you'll be scaring the hell out of them, and two, they will appear on the minimap, allowing your squad or teammates to easily locate and finish off those pesky enemy soldiers. So we've gone over the class setup and your support abilities. Now let's look at positioning a little bit. As you can see here, I'm set up. I'm not looking straight towards the direction the enemies are coming from. They're running across my field of view, and I've also really narrowed down that field view. This is especially true here. This means that most of the enemies I see are going to be side on to me, which is great because they're not going to be shooting back straight away. And it also gets me a really good angle to shoot them at. You can see that as well in this clip. Now I'm attacking. I've gone up the flank slightly, and then I'm looking down onto the front of where they're going to be defending from. And you can see most of them don't even have a clue I'm here. They're all stood nice and still for me, where they think they're hidden from enemies that may be attacking from the front. But the position I'm in, they're easy bait. So always try and do that if you can. So firing from a stationary position is obviously great. You can see the effectiveness of it here. There are times, however, where you're going to need to attack on the move. Now, if you're using a light machine gun, as I am here, you can, as you will see, be quite effective. However, if you're using a medium machine gun, you should really stick to those static positions. And for that, you'll want to support your squad and your teammates. And when they've moved up and taken an area, you can then undeploy your bipod, move to a new position, and then just repeat as necessary. As it goes here, I've got a light machine gun, so I can go in a little bit. Now, you're not the medic or assault class here, so you do need to be careful, because up close the machine guns aren't necessarily the best of guns, as you'll find out in just a second. So over the wall I go, and oh, now I've bumped into two guys at once. Problem. There is a solution, however. You do have the ability to equip shotguns as the support class. Another form of heavy weaponry, but this is obviously very close. And when you're set up in this regard, you really want to be at the front lines, getting stuck right in. So as you can see here, I've run forwards, and a number of close range opportunities present themselves. You can also go in with a medic by your side, providing some smoke grenade cover, and this will allow you to be absolutely devastating with the shotgun, especially on a map like Operation Underground, where there's lots of tight corners and angles to attack. So now let's have a look at some examples of bad positioning. So here I am on Al Sundan. We're attacking the last objective, and I've decided to set my machine gun up in this lovely position. Isn't it great? I can see the whole battle. I can see any soldier. Of course, that's true both ways. All the enemy soldiers can probably see me, and my machine gun is making a lot of noise. There's a lot of flashing going on, so I'm just painting a big target on my head at this point. And as you can see, it'll end badly for me in the end. You might be able to fire back at one guy and pin him down, but there's always that other guy that you haven't seen that's going to spot you shooting your gun off. Which is why, as I said earlier, it's very important to limit your angle of exposure. So as you can see, a guy who I never even saw took me out. And now this is not how you want to go running in. Of course it looks quite epic. I've run in, I'm going to save my squad mate. Unfortunately I'm not the medic class and I suffered a quick death. So that's it for my support guide. Hope you find these tips helpful, and I'll leave you with a nice little kill streak here once again on Al Sandan, and this just shows what you can do with a little bit of flanking.
There's some ammo!
Okay, so that's it for my support guide. Let me know which class you'd like me to do next, and I will see you in that next video. Peace out.